Hi, Congressman Woldab. So, as you know, I actually just left a town hall meeting. I met with teachers and parents, superintendents, principals, just to see what they felt were serving as real barriers to educational equity in their schools and in their communities. And the first problem that I actually heard a lot about was lack of home internet access for low-income students. So the teachers were telling me again and again that these students are not completing their homework assignments and research projects, which of course is resulting in these students having lower GPAs and scoring lower on standardized test scores as compared to their peers that do have this access. So our group really advocated for legislation that would authorize federal funds to be paid out by the FCC to internet service providers like Comcast and Verizon and AT&T to subsidize the cost of monthly home internet, to subsidize the cost of monthly subscription to internet for students that are also eligible for free and reduced lunch, so that the cost of the subscription doesn't cost any more than $10 a month. And the other problem that came up constantly was this shortage of special education teachers in schools, and the principals were stating that their schools are actually out of compliance with the IDEA because special needs students are not receiving their servicing hours just because there are not enough special education teachers in their schools. These teachers are burning out, they're tired, and they're overwhelmed, so they end up leaving the profession. So our group really called for an amendment to the IDEA, about $3 billion a year in additional funding, to develop benefit packages to recruit and retain special education teachers. And this package would consist of loan forgiveness and a cash grant after 3 or 4 years, and just general higher salaries for these teachers. Our educators in attendance noted that then and only then, when there are more special education teachers in these schools, would their students be able to receive their servicing hours, which would then allow their special needs students to flourish. And the last problem that we heard a lot about was this lack of college access for high school students, for low-income high school students. These students, the teachers really lamented the fact over and over again that their best and brightest students are not going to college because they feel like it is out of reach for them financially. Of course, there is the Pell Grant, but it doesn't cover the cost of full tuition, so it doesn't go far enough. And so our educators really wanted an amendment to the Higher Education Act to allow more federal funding to allow qualifying low-income high school students that have a high enough GPA to attend community college for free. This is the best way that I think and that they think to really ensure equity to college access across the board. So I know that there are a lot of ideas here, and I'm really excited to discuss them more with you next week. Thanks. Take care.